the inventor of top models. Julian Casablancas' dad thought the evening was over, but went to dinner with John Casablancas 15 years later, just stopping creating. What is wrong with me? 15 years ago, I was 21, 22, and I met the John Casablancas. He taught me a lesson that day. It took me 15 years to learn that lesson, but better late than never, right? If you don't know, John Casablancas is a pretty big deal, was a pretty big deal. He is the founder of Elite Model Management. Some people consider him the inventor of top models. He discovered Cindy Crawford, Giselle Bündchen, Claudia Schiffer, Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell. He was the one who first signed these amazing ladies in his agency. Also, he was Julian Casablancas' dad. If you were a teenager in the early 2000s, you know who I'm talking about. The frontman of the Strokes, the band. I was a big fan, still am. That's why when my dad told me that he was going to his book signing with his girlfriend at the time, my dad's girlfriend, I was like, Dad, you need to take me. And my dad was dating this lady, beautiful lady. She was a former model, and she had just retired from her modeling career and was doing other things. And they started dating, and she had a beautiful daughter. Her daughter was like 10 years younger than me, like she was 12. So sweet. I'm walking with my dad to the gym, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this thing tonight. I'm going to this book signing of this guy, John Casablancas. I'm like, what? Dad, do you know who he is? Dad, I need to go. Please, please take me. My dad talked to his girlfriend, and she very kindly said yes. And they took me and her daughter to this book signing. John wrote in 2010 his autobiography. It's called Model Life. It was first released in Brazil and written in Portuguese. John was married to a Brazilian, and he lived in Brazil. And anyway, he was living there, and he had a life in Brazil, and he wrote this book in Portuguese, but then it was translated. And so we went to this book signing. We got there late. There was a big line to, to get to him. And I went to the line, and my dad went to buy the book for me so he could sign it. And so I finally got to meet him. This is the picture that my little friend took when he was signing my book. We had a nice chat. He asked me if I was into modeling, and I was like, no, not really. I'm just here because I am a big fan of your son. And I went to his concert a couple of years ago, and it was lovely. I really like his band. So he was like excited. He was like, oh, really? You know my son? Oh, that's cool. And yeah, we talked. I signed my book. And then I thought the evening was over. But turns out that he was supposed to go to dinner with some folks that day. And actually, he was going to dinner with my dad's girlfriend's sister. My dad's girlfriend at the time, she used to be a model. She wasn't anymore, but she still had relationships in the in the fashion industry. Her sister was the owner of an agency in Sao Paulo. John was some sort of a partner in this agency. I'm not sure if it was a partner or a consultant. I'm not sure. But they were together. Um, so that's why originally my dad's girlfriend was going to this event to see her sister and to, go to dinner with John. And naturally, I was there with them and I went to dinner with John Casablancas, my dad's girlfriend, my dad's girlfriend's daughter and sister, and other people that were part of this agency. This happened in Goiânia, which is the capital city of the state that I used to live in, Brazil. It's just like 30 minutes away from my hometown. It would have already been so cool to just meet John, but yeah, I got to go to dinner, get to know him a little bit more. Um, and he was such a kind guy. May he rest in peace. He was such an intelligent guy. I think he used to speak like 5 or 6 languages. He lived in many places in the world, and just really kind. He took the time to get to know me, and I was just nobody there, like just a 22-year-old nobody. But he asked, uh, what did I think about his son's band? What did what did I think of the concert that I went to a couple years prior? He asked what was my favorite album and why. And then he asked what was I doing in university and what were my hobbies and what did I like to do. And I told him that I loved to write, that I would love to become an author one day. Yeah. People are totally looking at me at the parking lot. This is when Mr. Casablancas did this incredible thing. He said, "Oh, is that the case? Well, why don't you write a review of my book that you're going to read? Go back home, read my book, and write a review and send it to me." And so he gave me, I think, his card or like his assistant's card, or something, with an email address where I could send my book review. What a guy! Like, what a guy. He did this incredible thing for a 22-year-old out of the kindness of his heart. You really didn't need to do that. And I was like so excited. I got home and I read his book real quick. And if you're interested in fashion, that's a great book for you to read. But I did not write a book review. I didn't. I panicked. My overthinking got the best of me. I started thinking, what do I know about book reviews? How many books did I read? I'm not qualified to review a book. I kept telling myself that and telling myself that, oh, you know what? I'll just wait a little bit more and then I'll write. And I procrastinated until it was too late. I never wrote that book review. And it's one of my life's regrets, for sure. And what am I telling you this? I'm just a teeny tiny creator here on YouTube, and I've been making videos on and off for about a couple of years, like 2 years. For the past year, 2024, I have been taking YouTube more seriously. I even made a video about that. You can watch it here. But my own fault, I didn't get to where I wanted to. And I was feeling a little bit like a failure, thinking like, oh my God, I still haven't got 500 subscribers that I need to become a YouTube partner, 3,000 hours to first become a YouTube partner, and then like to be monetized is another 500 subscribers, 1,000, and then 4,000 hours watched. I was nowhere near that. First of all, I have a full-time job, a kid, and a husband, and a home to run. I don't have the time to be as consistent as I should if I want to become monetized. I need to be posting one video per week, and the best we could do is like 2 per month. That's not enough. And also, I did a niche down, should have been more specific. Like, what is my channel even about? I'm just like, I'm just like a nobody, and I have nothing to contribute, and I have nothing interesting to say, and I'm just a loser. And so I just stopped making videos for 2 months. Do you see the similarities like on my thought process now and 15 years ago when I basically didn't write that book review, and also a couple of years later just really stopped writing altogether because of my insecurities. And now, once again, here I am 15 years later, just stopping creating. What is wrong with me? In hindsight, he was a really wise man in his 60s, and he saw this young lady. And he was like, okay, what can I do for her to encourage her to keep working on her skills? I think that's it. He's a wise man, and he knows that abilities, they don't come easily to the vast majority of the population. I think like less than like 1% of people are instant genius, right? The rest of us, we have to keep working on things so we can get better. If, let's say, I wrote a book review for him and I kept writing book reviews and other things, 15 years later, I could probably have written a book already. Who knows? 15 years. 15 years is a lot of time. If you're able to consistently work on a goal for 15 years, you will most certainly get somewhere. It took me a long time to learn my lesson. So I'm not going to stop with YouTube, and we'll see in 15 years where can this get me or us. If you're one of the subscribers who found me here and you're one of the 330 people on March 23, 2025, and you've been watching, liking, and commenting, I just really thank you. Thank you so much.